What is up, everybody? The Saintsfan, and welcome back to another episode of Monday Mailbox, where I answer you guys' questions about either GTA or gaming in general. And if you want to ask a question for next week's episode, either leave it in the comment section or send me a message over YouTube with the subject title Monday Mailbox. But anyway, as always, before we get into the video, if you do enjoy it, then leave a like. And if you want to see more awesome GTA content, then definitely subscribe. But anyway, getting into the questions, the first question we have is from Norris Sillaboy, and he asks, do you think Rockstar is going to give us money again, like about 1 million this time? Well, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, back in, I think it was October, if you played at any point in October, they actually gave you $500,000, because during the launch of GTA Online, it was a tragedy. Like, nobody could get on, people were having so many issues, so many characters were deleted, and Rockstar kind of felt bad, so they gave out a free $500,000. I actually don't know if it was in October or November. It was one of those 2 months, though. But they gave it out because of the issues. Well, I personally think they need to do this again because, at least for me, I mean, you can say I have modded cars and stuff now, but before all the nitro cars and all this stuff happened, after the money apocalypse, after all the billions of dollars of modded money was gone, they had this glitch, and it hasn't been fixed in the last 2 patches. And basically, your first car in your garage, it will become uninsured, and you will actually lose it. And I've lost like 5 cars because it, accidentally gets uninsured, and even though you insure it again, it'll become uninsured, and it's just, you have to like keep, constantly watching. And I've lost a Z-Type, I've lost a Sultan, I've lost my Franklin's Buffalo, I've lost a lot of cars. And obviously, all these cars except for Franklin's Buffalo, because that was obviously modded in, but the other ones, they were all bought legit and, leveled up and not and modded up with all the upgrades and everything. And that's kind of a lot of money that I've lost, especially with the Z-Type, because the Z-Type's pretty expensive. But even just the fact that there's just been so many, the money glitches, the RP lobbies, even the money apocalypse where they took away money, I think they should give us at least 1 million. Maybe this patch, maybe when heists come out. I mean, I don't really know. I definitely do think that they need to do this again, because there has been just so many more issues and stuff, and giving $1 million, it doesn't solve anything, but it would definitely help, because then people could go on and buy stuff and actually have fun with the game, because we all know, you pretty much need money to have fun, for the most part at least. So definitely, if Rockstar is being generous, they would give us that. Let me know in the comments though, how much money do you think they should give us? And don't be ridiculous, be like, oh, they should give me $50 billion. Like, no, just obviously keep it low, because they're not going to give us like 10 million or even 5 million, maybe 1 million's even pushing it. I mean, they only gave us 500,000 the last time. But let me know in the comment section, what amount do you think they should give us for all the troubles that we've had over the past months? Next question I have is from Cody Miller, and this one was actually asked by a lot of people, which is kind of surprising. And it's sort of going on the money theme, but since people barely have money, like me, do you think that Rockstar will ever implement jobs, such as fireman, security officer, policeman, etc., in order for players to gain some sort of revenue besides doing their current jobs, which I'm assuming, missions and races and stuff, and or buying their money cards? Now again, a lot of you guys asked this question, and I don't really know if it would really work out. I mean, yeah, playing, being a fireman, maybe, being a police officer obviously would be awesome, but jobs, I mean, and we have another question after this, sort of going into the realism aspect of games and of GTA. I don't know if that would really work, honestly. Like, I mean, because if you were a security guard, like, yeah, the role playing and the realism would be there, but then that means you'd have to literally just sit or, stand in an area for like hours, and I don't know if, you would want to do that. I do agree that they should implement jobs, maybe not the ones you're talking of, but maybe like the ones in single player, where you can potentially own something such as the golf course or, a burger joint. I don't know what the other ones are in single player, but something like that, where technically you're like the manager and you just get the money. That could be something that they could work out, and I would definitely love to see that. But I do not think that they're ever going to implement jobs such as like being a fireman, because then that would be that'd be too real, I think, in my opinion. And then again, like I said, going into the realism, this next guy, Random Mori guy, asks, what do you think of petrol service stations being added to GTA Online, meaning we would have to fill up our cars with gas? And the reason I picked this question is because, not just because of, the gas station question, but like, again, the realism. There's a certain point, I think, in games that, we want them to be we want them to be real, but we don't want them to be over real. Like, I mean, there's a reason we play games. You know, we get away from real life stuff. We don't want to be doing real life stuff in games. And I think that's kind of why a lot of people are kind of turned off about GTA, because in GTA, you have to work for your money, like legit sit down and like play jobs over and over again and all this stuff. And people don't want to be hassled to do that. Like, they don't want to have to work in GTA after, you know, coming home from work in real life or something. And I think that's one problem that a lot of people have. Now, it would be interesting if they did that, but then that would just be too crazy, because then, you know, obviously people would probably blow up the gas stations, and then there would be no gas, and, you know, it would just turn into a bunch of stuff like that. Plus, then you got to get into the whole money aspect, how much it would cost, and just more stuff you got to buy. You know, but again, the realism, some things would be cool, such as, you know, dynamic weather, where like there's different weathers or different stuff happening, maybe. But to a extent, the jobs and then the gas station, yeah, I don't think I would like that to be in GTA. But again, that's just my thoughts. You can let me know in the comment section below. And the last question we have is from the Derpy Cow, and he asks, do you think that someday there will be a DLC for more garage slots and or more cars and more customization options such as drifting tires, nitro, hydraulics, and more? Well, obviously I've talked about the drifting tires and the nitro and stuff like that in previous videos. I definitely would love to see it. You know, if anything, if Rockstar looks at the community, which they said they are, you know, then definitely they would add that. More cars, obviously, you know, with the Valentine's Day DLC, this DLC is coming out tomorrow or later tonight, whenever it is. They're obviously going to be adding more cars because people love cars, you know. But the garage slots is kind of the interesting one. I was going to make a video separate on this, but I figured I might as well just talk about it in here. But I think a good idea what they could do is, instead of you going out to buy you know, bigger garage, what they can do is add different levels. Like, say for example, when you go to your apartment and you walk out of the door, it'll either ask you to enter your apartment or exit your apartment or enter the garage. Well, instead of saying enter the garage, what if it said enter garage floor 1, enter garage floor 2, and like maybe you could purchase like additional floors. I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to have like 10 floors, so then you can have every car in the game, but I think they could add something like that. Now, I really don't know why they actually have not implemented where you can buy an apartment and a garage. That's kind of odd in my opinion. You would think that, you know, you could have both. I don't know if it's possible with coding or whatever. I mean, it seems like it would be. I don't know why they didn't have that in the first place. I mean, yeah, you could get potentially 20 cars, but again, people love cars and they will spend money to buy, you know, new cars and all this stuff to upgrade them and make them cool. As for bigger garages, you know, DLC wise, I'm assuming sort of talking about houses and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. But again, I think if houses were to come into play, I don't think the garages would be as big as, you know, 10-car garage. Maybe if houses came in, they would allow us to buy a garage instead of having just the house, you know. Who knows? I would love to see it, but again, Rockstar has said that sort of they're looking at the community and what the community wants and sort of making the game based on what we want. So if anything, with all these mods, with all the nitro cars, with all the stuff that everybody keeps wanting, maybe they'll look at it. Hopefully they'll look at it and see it and add it to the game in future updates. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, like it, share it, subscribe, all that stuff. Paint job guide, I'm sorry guys, it's coming out soon, alright? I'm having, like, it's so difficult to get these turbo starts. I have a couple more to do, so look forward to that. But anyways, this is your boy Saintsfan.